Well, joining me now are Terrisa Bukovinac from the progressive anti-abortion Uprising group and Jose Vela, a member of Austin City Council who's pro-choice. Jose Vela, can I come to you first of all? Have pro-choice groups lost the battle over abortion?
In the short term, we have. There's no question that the ruling abolishes Roe v. Wade, abolishes the right to privacy, essentially. And we have to regroup, and we have to see what we can do to protect abortion rights as much as possible, particularly in states like Texas, which has a trigger ban, which will be taking effect in 30 days. Our Attorney General has already certified that Roe v. Wade is not the law of the land. So in 30 days, abortions in Texas will be subject to a penalty up to 99 years in jail.
Terrisa Bukovinac, there is a view, of course, that you can't ban abortion, you just ban safe abortions. I wonder whether you have any concern as to what this might mean for millions of women in your country.
Well, there is no safe abortion. Abortion is murder. It kills an innocent human being. Of course, I have concerns about the safety of people in my country. For decades, we have relied on unborn child killing as a way to deal with our social ills. This is unjust. And I think that this is the beginning of our nation being able to pass true progressive policy that actually creates safe and sustainable communities for all.
I mean, life wins, the pro-life campaigners are shouting outside today. But what about the life of women? What about the life of women who may have an unwanted pregnancy for any reason and may not be able to terminate that pregnancy and may feel that their life is at risk as a result of that?
I think that we definitely need to take women into consideration. Women are suffering in this country. Women are discriminated against. And it is important for us to meet the needs of women in this moment. But what we will not do is we will not dismember children as a way to build a more equal and better society. That's impossible.
I mean, Jose Vela, that's an argument very graphically made. In strict political terms, pro-life campaigners say this is about handing back power to the people at state level to decide what each state wants to do about abortion. What is wrong with that, in your view?
What's wrong with that is it undermines a right that has existed for 50 years that builds upon multiple other rights in the Constitution that many women had enjoyed, that our society has relied upon. You know, interestingly, in the Dobbs decision, there's very little discussion of the interests of women, of the rights of women. There's just really kind of thrown away as not even important, not really even addressing the interests, their concerns, their rights, the problems that this will cause to so many American women. And as you've mentioned in the setup piece, you create this checkerboard now, again, where a safe and simple procedure in one state is a criminal procedure in another state, punishable by decades in prison. So, again, you're not really criminalizing abortion per se. You're really just criminalizing abortion for poor women who cannot afford to fly to another state to obtain the medical procedure.
Terrisa Bukovinac, that's true, isn't it?
Abortion is a flesh tax on the poor. It exploits the most marginalized people in our community. The abortion movement was birthed out of eugenics. We cannot build a more equal society until we end abortion.
You're not really answering the point about women, protecting women's rights.
Yes. We need more legislation that is going to increase the minimum wage. We need to eliminate maternity deserts. We need to provide for mothers. We need to pass progressive legislation. And I think we're one step closer to that today. We're going to see much more interest in those types of progressive policies that are going to provide for families. And the pro-life movement is ready to step up. We are helping moms all over the country now and have been for nearly 50 years, and we're going to continue that work. And we are going to build a more life-affirming culture.
Jose Vela, President Biden has expressed his real outrage at this decision today, says he will do everything he can to protect women. Isn't the truth of it that there's very little he can do?
We're in a very difficult spot. The Supreme Court has ruled, and the political situation in the Senate is going to make it very difficult to pass a statute that would, again, legalize abortion nationwide. What I can say is that here in Austin, we are trying to do everything that we can in the state of Texas to decriminalize abortion, to limit the arrest, investigation, and prosecution of women in Austin, despite the state of Texas criminalizing the procedure.
Sorry, we have to end it there. So much more to say, but hopefully talk to you both again. Thanks very much for talking to us.